So pardon my hair. I have it up because I was making something to eat and stuff, and I just didn't pull it back down. Either way, I'm gonna do a little story time about like one of the funniest dates I have ever been on in my entire life. And I say date loosely, okay? Because over here, you know, the boys, the homies, I'm gonna just call them homies, because can I really call it a date if we're just smoking a blunt like my homies and I do? Oh, okay. You just one of my boys then. Either way, one of the funniest quote unquote dates I've been on was this one time my friend, I'll just call him my friend, like I said, because it feels like more of a homie than anything. If we just smoking a blunt together, we're not doing anything. We're not going to the movies. You're not taking me out for dinner. You're just doing what I would have done for me. But this was years ago. Either way. So this guy comes over. And he knows I'm celibate. So he knows we're not fucking to begin with. Okay? So I made that clear. He brought his homie, though, because I don't know what happened to his car. I guess it broke down and he needed a ride. So his homie brought him. And I'm talking to him and his homie, and we're sitting in there in my kitchen smoking a blunt. The one guy doesn't smoke, so he's just standing there watching us smoke, so it's kind of fucking awkward. Feels like dude's a bodyguard because he's taller than both of us. And I'm like, I told him, I'm like, you look like a knockoff Drake. The guy he brought with him. And it's just so funny to me. His friend, though, brought a real nice car. Nice guy. And, dude later tells me, like, his friend, not him, the guy that was originally supposed to come, but the guy who came in addition to, was, like, talking about the Freemasons and shit and how he used to be one. And I'm like, this is some crazy fucking shit, dude. Either way, I start freestyle rapping for them. You know it's going well if I break out the freestyle. No, I freestyle for a lot of people just for funsies. Because, you know, I like to perform. I'm a performer. I like to perform for people and show them what I got. Anyways. The friend that he came with versus the friend he brought is the one I started hanging out with after that encounter. They came over together one more time, and then after that I started hanging out with his friend instead of him, and I'm like, I know it's kind of bad, but like, it is what it is. We didn't do anything. We were literally like talking deep shit. It felt like I was on acid when I was around this man, but he was sober and I wasn't doing anything with him. The worst thing I'd do around him is I would smoke weed by myself. And he did not care. But like, this motherfucker felt like an acid trip. I swear to God. Because like, he got parasites one year from fucking eating lettuce at the grocery store. Okay? So now he's all paranoid about what he eats and shit, and he won't eat anything, like barely anything, except for like fucking lentils and beans and shit like that. And I'm just like, you smell weird. You smell weird. Because whatever you consume comes out your pores. And then I can smell your like secretions, your pheromones from what you've eaten. So, anyways, what you eat definitely impacts the smell of you and your pheromones, for one. For two, this motherfucker tells me I'm like fucking corduroy. He's reading a book in my kitchen as we're talking, and my kids are running around like crazy. He was never bothered by the boys. Also, I should clarify, when we first started hanging out, I did not just bring him around my kids or anything. We hung out at nighttime when they would sleep or whatever. We hang out outside at first, and then we hung out inside. So that's cool. Either fucking way, yeah, I used to hang out with people in my shed. That would be like a date. And they would like smoke a blunt with me and would sit in my shed. Either way, if I let you in my house, that means I'm a little more comfortable with you at this point. We're over by my window, and he picks up this book, Corduroy, that my kids ripped open. And he opens it right to this page, and he's like, you remind me of this little bear. I'm like, what the fuck? He rips the page out, because the book's already ripped at this point. And he takes it with him. He's like, you're like this little bear. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Corduroy is so relatable. He was like, well, from everything you told me, because I would just fucking dump it all out. Like, be real. Be real as fuck. Some people call it trauma dumping. I call it honesty. Honesty dumping. When you ask about me and you want to know what I've gone through, I tell you what I've gone through. And I gotta say, he was like 6'2". He was very kind. He was very gentle. Like, he wasn't aggressive. He didn't push me for sex. He was also celibate. He had self-respect. He was celibate for like years, like me. He had a lot of self-respect, and I respected that about him. So that's cool. Either way, he's like, yeah, because you never had any family or friends really that loved you or did for you anything or did any good for you, and you always wanted like this big, beautiful life, right? I'm about to fucking cry. Either way, he tells me I'm like this fucking bear. And he takes, I was like, why the fuck did you, I know the book's already ripped, but why would you rip it more and take it with you? I don't understand. I'm like, this dude is sober acting like this. I don't know. I kind of stopped talking to him after that, though. Because I was like, he smells like the beans that he's eating. He smells like beans. He's got a weird diet. He ripped the kid's book and took it with him. Instead of fixing it, you could fix the book instead of ripping it. I was going to fix it. That's why I had kept it. But now I can't fix it. Had to throw it away because you ripped it. This man was like 35, I think, when I was like 22. I don't know. It was just fucking weird. Just a weird experience. And like I said, this motherfucker was like a Drake knockoff. I've dated a J. Cole knockoff. And a Drake knockoff now. Anyways, that's where we're at with that. I just, figured I'd share story time. Story time!